I gained 6.3 pounds of pure muscle. And here's the thing, and this is how we'll know if she's actually on PEDs or not. Is she going to... Coach Greg in today's video, a natty or not, on none other than guess who? Blogilates. And I know you're thinking, oh, this is clickbait, she's natural and all this, but have you seen her latest video? I was requested by a number of people, do a natty or not. Watch the video and guess what she's done. She's been working out harder than last time for 30 days and she put on, no big deal, 6.2 pounds of pure muscle in 30 days. If I say I put on 4 pounds of muscle taking turkesterone, oh, I'm a bad person. 6.2 pounds of pure muscle varied by a DEXA scan. Not only that, lost 1.6 pounds, gained 5 pounds, all while dieting. And the title of the video is, I'm doing this for me. Well, that's great, but I don't believe that for 1 second. She's not doing this for her. She's doing it to prove the haters wrong, as evidenced in the video. I know I'm right. She can try to convince herself that she's doing it for her, but she's doing it to prove the haters wrong. She makes diet programs, training programs, and she shared the comments. Comments pretty bad, saying, you don't know what you're talking about. Your food looks like it tastes like crap. Your training programs make no scientific sense. You're gonna lose muscle. Your program's garbage. And so she's saying, I'm doing this for me, yet she shows all these comments. She says how depressing it is to listen to these comments and how she has to fight through it and, oh, poor me. I get 10 times more negative comments than that every single day. Doesn't ruin my day, but you made this video to spite those commenters. And yeah, you wanted to show that your program would still build all this muscle. But did you in fact do it natural?
Her plan is garbage and bound.
You have over 6 million followers. You're obviously gonna have some haters. Anyone with that large of a following gonna have haters. I have way fewer followers than you and way more haters.
Myself. I wanted to reclaim my past.
And so she wanted to get her former physique back. She used to compete in bikini, look pretty freaking good. She wants to have that body back. And so she started a journal. I'm going to train heavy with weights 5 days a week. I'm going to focus on getting enough sleep, on getting in 30 minutes of jogging before my training. And I'm going to make sure that I eat healthy. Good for her. How is this a bad thing? And yeah, I get it. If you're focusing on hypertrophy, you don't want to go and run all the time, especially before weights, as it's going to be much more difficult to put on muscle. But at least she's doing something. And no, it's not perfect, but since when does a training program need to be perfect? It needs to be liked, you need to be consistent, and you need to want to do it over and over again. She likes her training program, she's making gains, and so how is it wrong? It's not ideal, perfect for hypertrophy, but since when does that matter? If you want to look better, feel better, does that mean you can never eat anything unhealthy again? Never eat junk food. Have to train perfectly. Not allowed to ever exercise the way you want. Of course not. You can get 80% of your muscle gains just by showing up and training harder than the last time, even with an improper diet. So don't focus on being perfect. Focus on being consistent. And so is it really that bad? She starts with a 30-minute run, lifts weights, ends with Pilates. It's not perfect. Running is one of the most difficult things you can do on your body and hope to build muscle. If you wanted to maximize hypertrophy, you're going to separate your running from your weights or at least run after the weight training session. But she just wants to be better. She likes to running and she likes doing it first. Nothing wrong with that. Even myself right now, I often will do my cardio before my weights. I want to get stronger, put on muscle. Sure, of course I do. But I want to get better at cycling more. So whatever you do first is most likely going to be what you improve on. Just because she doesn't train ideal for hypertrophy doesn't mean she can't put on any muscle. But 6.2 pounds in a month? We're going to get to that in a second. And so she's eating 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Nothing wrong with that. Plenty of protein. No reason to ever eat more than that. She's certainly going to maximize muscle building hypertrophy by eating that much protein, especially if she separates it into 4 to 5 meals per day. And so she's drinking 4 liters of water a day and loving her routine, eating plenty of protein.
And then the comment I was rubbish.
And so everything was amazing. She felt great. She was loving her progress. But then she started reading comments. And for some reason, she let the comments get to her head. It upset her. The comments said, "You're not going to build muscle. You're doing it wrong." Why does she care? Why do you care? If the results speak for themselves and you're doing good, why do you let that upset you? I can understand reading the comments and commenting back and saying, well, actually it's working. I'm having a good time. Address the comments. Say, yeah, I get it. It's not ideal. It's not perfect, but I like this. So who cares? Have you ever seen Coach Greg commentary? You have a cancer cookbook, you lie, you're full of shit, you're a snake oil salesman. I get it all the time. It's part of the process of being popular. All that running is going to impede her muscle building. Well, technically it is. It's not ideal, but it doesn't mean you need to be perfect. As soon as I saw cardio before the strength work, I knew it wasn't going to work. Well, the truth is it can still work. It's just not going to work as effectively. Doesn't mean it can't work. She's not getting any stronger or putting on muscle. Well, obviously they're wrong. It's just she's not doing so optimally doesn't mean it's not going to work. It'd be like dieting and eating junk food every day. It's not ideal, but if you're in a calorie deficit, you're still going to lose the weight. Doesn't mean it's the perfect way to do it, but you're still going to lose the weight. So just because her training isn't perfect doesn't mean she can't lose fat and build muscle all at the same time. At the same freaking time.
Comments and not let them hurt me.
It's hard to read those comments and not let them hurt you. Really? Sticks and stones can break my bones, but names, they can never hurt me. Remember that saying from about 40 years ago when I was a kid? I don't know how old you are. Remember that saying from when you were a kid? Has everyone not heard that saying? Well, the truth is, I get it. The names can hurt you emotionally and spiritually and all this bullshit.
And these are the results.
And so here it is finally, the results on the DEXA scan. Remember what I've said on the DEXA scan in the past? That it's not accurate, that it's not the holy grail of body fat percentage estimates. Remember, my laser eyes are that holy grail. And it's very easy to fudge the results on a DEXA scan. If you dehydrate your body in the before, and how would you do that? You drink less water, eat fewer carbs, decrease muscle glycogen stores. You're going to go and weigh in light. Then after, drink a bunch of water, eat some carbs. 3 grams of water per 1 gram of carb is going to be stored as muscle glycogen. Then in the after, it will look like you gained a significant amount of lean tissue. Her initial starting weight, 122 pounds. That's it. Not a lot. About 25% body fat. Perfectly healthy for a female. So she's already super healthy. This is great. But after 30 days, she puts on 5 pounds. And was it fat? Well, it can't be fat. Her body fat percentage dropped down 2.1% down into the 23s. And so she's lost body fat, built muscle at the same time. Oh, but it's impossible to do so. Well, the DEXA scan sure says that she did. But remember, DEXA scans are not accurate. But let's see how much muscle she's put on. I gained 6.3 pounds of pure muscle. She went from 86 pounds of lean tissue to 92.3 pounds. As a percentage, do you know how impressive that is in 30 days? That would be like me putting on 9 pounds of lean tissue in 30 days. She only has 86 pounds of lean tissue on her body. I have double that. She's 122 starting weight to gain 6.3 pounds of muscle, 30 days. You know how hard that is? But guess what? Does it say pure muscle in the DEXA scan? No, it says lean tissue. And so here's the problem. When we say lean tissue, we're kind of talking about muscle, but in reality, it's not really that because you can have lean tissue that's not really muscle, but we kind of use it interchangeably. Lean tissue could be water. Could be water glycogen stores, water in the muscle, and so on. However, she has in fact dropped body fat. And so it's more difficult to put on muscle in a deficit, but yet she's done so. And so do I think she's natural? I actually think she's natural. And so how could she have put on 6.3 pounds of pure muscle in 30 days? Well, if she was taking something a heck of a lot stronger than testosterone, she certainly could have done that. If she was taking Anavar, testosterone, Tren, I fully believe that she could gain 6.3 pounds pure muscle in 30 days. After all, she does have some newbie gains. She used to be a competitor, and she's training really serious now. So she's going to have the ability to put on muscle faster than others. But I don't think she's abusing PEDs. She might be, I can't be sure, but if I was forced to choose, gun to my head, said, is she natural, not natural? I actually think she's natural. In the initial DEXA scan, I believe she showed up little dehydrated, probably ate fewer carbs, less calories, and was in a deficit, depleted. Showed up bit dehydrated, weighed in light, very light for her, 122 pounds. And after 30 days, she was well fed, ate more, carrying more water, and so the DEXA scan read it as, wow, you put on a lot of lean tissue. And here's the thing, and this is how we'll know if she's actually on PEDs or not. Is she going to be able to continue progressing and building muscle at anything near this rate? It's only 30 days into her 90-day challenge. If she continues to put muscle on at anything near this rate, she ain't natural. No way is she going to gain anything near 6 pounds of pure muscle for 3 months. The first month, very easy to deceive the machine, the DEXA scan. You weigh in light, you come in carved up, you're going to gain a lot of weight. But the next 30 days, the next time she does it, can't do it again. Your muscle glycogen can only store so much water, so much food, so much carbs. And so if she shows up again and gains 4 or 5 pounds the next 30 days and 3, 4 pounds the next, do you really think she could have put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle in 90 days? Of course not, especially considering she's so small. When you're a female, 122 pounds, your potential to putting a lot of muscle is a lot smaller than, say, if you're a male who's 200 pounds. 200-pound male in 30 days, a lot more likely to, say, gain 4 pounds of muscle than a 120-pound female. And so gaining 6 pounds of pure muscle for a female who weighs only 120, excessively unlikely if done naturally. But lean tissue, on the other hand, especially if weighing in dehydrated, that is certainly possible. But I'd like to see you keep doing it. And so what I expect is she's probably going to put on 1, maybe 2 pounds of muscle in the next 60 days. That would make sense and still really good. If you can gain 1 pound of muscle per month as a woman, that is very impressive. You're doing very good work. And she's doing so while dieting, while trying to get leaner.
I gained 6.3 pounds of pure muscle and we're not even done.
And so one thing I'd like to caution her is this. Don't overdo it. Don't try to get too lean and get too obsessed. And stop listening to the comments. You're already at 23.5% body fat. It's already perfectly healthy. If you want to get leaner, sure, no problem, keep going. So long as it's easy, so long as you don't get obsessed. But if you notice you're lacking energy, not sleeping as well, you're not feeling as good, hungry all the time, then shut it down. You don't need to get any leaner. You look great the way you are. Sure, keep training harder than last time. Try to put on more muscle. Just don't go too far. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching, Greg Doucette IP Pro. Please watch the Bloops. Also, harder than last time supplements, including the natural supplement Turkesterone. The Circle diet books, the cookbooks help you lose weight while being full, satiate, eating delicious meals. That sure can help. Training books and plans by me and my team. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, and until next time, I am out.